All right, I want to introduce you to this app called Brain Battle Arena. Brain Battle Arena is designed for both internal and external use. Brain Battle Arena connects everybody. Brain Battle Arena connects every company. Whatever you want to do, so long as academics research is concerned, this is the best app for you because it has been configured to carry every kind of environment. Yes. Let me start with school bundle. School bundle. There's a class management here. You can go to enrolling the students in the classes. All the students that are supposed to be in this SS1A, start enrolling them. When you click enroll students, all the students in your database will appear here. All the students in database, all of them will be here. I can just say Aboku Blessing, for instance. This person is in SS1A. You can equally add another student, Angela Tabansi or something. So you add. All the students are now in SS1A. Let me go back. This class has been occupied. This class has been configured. As in, this class now have subjects, it has teachers, and they have students too. So I remember that not what a teacher is seeing is what students are seeing. If I open this class again, let's assume the teacher wants to set a CBT exams for this class. Exams are going to write a timed exam. Remember that this BBA is automated. Yes, BBA is fully automated. It can generate 1 million questions, 2 million questions. The questions are unlimited and they are configured to match your curriculum. So let's say that these people want to write a CBT exams, whether JAMB, WAEC or whatever. You can just come here and do your configuration. Let's say that this class now want to take up an examination. Come to this place, the teacher will come here and then click on CBT. Let's say it's the math teacher now that wants to configure his own. Math teacher wants to set his own exam for this SS1 student. You will now click on maths. When you click on maths, you are seeing CBT exam maths. You now say create CBT. Look at this place. When you click on create CBT, this is where the teacher will do all the configuration for the students. Exam title, whatever you title this exam is what this system will upload in your result sheet because it uploads to result sheet direct. Whatever a student score, it will just upload it to the name of the student and title it any subject you say there, anything you title this course. If you say that this CBT want to take his first term examination, you can just write first term examination. For instance, this first term examination, if there's any instruction you give out here, how many questions are you planning? Let's say you are planning of 55 questions. I can just say 55 questions in a row. It's an examination. And this exam would take how many hours? This is in minutes. So if it's going to be 2 hours, that means you're going to select 120 minutes. And then you come to objective. How many objective questions? We're going to have 50 objective questions. And then we're going to have how many theory questions? We have, okay, this is theory time for the whole exams. So theory time can just take 1 hour. And remember that is theory time questions, they are in seconds. You see that? So since they are in seconds, you can 1 hour should be giving us 60 times 60, which is 3,600 seconds to write the theory or something like that, which is 1 hour. Then you set your difficult levels. Difficult level is supposed to be normally medium. Yes, at secondary level, then you come here and select mix because you needed both objective and theory. So you have to select mix, then go back here again to configure the question back. Because you have selected mix, go back here and put how many objective, which is 50. Then theory is going to be 5. You see that? So now you now have 120 minutes, everything has been configured here, medium, mixed, then score. Maximum score, everything is over 100. you can select. If it's over 20, like tests, assignments, and all the rest, so this over 100, you pick up these. Then focus area. This focus area is now the scheme of work given to the teacher from the onset of the school. So the teacher will take time to type in all the topics he taught the students one after the other. Let's say in mathematics, he taught indices, comma, he taught again logarithm, he taught again sequence, he taught something like trigonometry. So the teacher will keep typing all his topics like this. After typing all these topics like this, the system can click on create exam. Automatically, this system is going to create a complete exam for the teacher and the students on their scheme of work, so that any question coming from here must come from the scheme, so that the student will not say, I was not taught this. So this is where teachers have to be very serious in the classroom to make sure that they cover their scheme so that they can be able to stand the exams. Then students as well have to be very serious in answering their questions. And remember that if you copy any question from the internet, you are scoring 0. If you go to Chat GPT, you score 0. So when the teacher comes here and click on create exam, you see that exam has been created. Yes, this exam has been created. But if you go to CBT, you will not see anything. Let me go back again. Everybody is expected to be here. If there's any exam available, once they click on CBT, they will see the exam here. The exam have been timed. So once you open it, you start answering from the time you opened it. If you open your own 1 hour after, you are still going to exhaust the whole minute. And the question you're answering is different from what the other person is answering. Now there's no exam here because teacher has not made this exam live. Now let's go back again. We'll come to this class management, and this SS1 a quiz has been created. A CBT have been created in maths. So let's go down. The maths teacher have to come here at his own convenience or the stipulated time, and let's say go live. Once you click on this place, the exam is now live. All the students in this class SS1, once they click on this CBT, they will see the exams and they will start writing. Yes. If all of them will start at the same time, that means the teacher will activate it while they are inside classroom. The good thing about this is you can answer inside the app, or you can answer with a hard paper with foolscap sheet or something. At the end of all the answers, then you upload the foolscap sheet, the answer sheet. When you upload it, the app will mark the script automatically and generate a score for you and upload it in your result sheet. I'm going to click on this CBT exams. You will now see that this exam is now live. So once a student clicks on start, automatically this exam is going to start. Let me try to look at what they say here. AI anti-cheating detection is active. So to tell you that you're not going to write anything from internet, your head, your full body, everything about you is needed for you to get a better score in these exams. So check whether I am eligible to write this exam. I'll say start exam. Now you have to choose solve on computer, upload paperwork. Do you get the point? So let's say it is a theory question. You can equally say solve on computer, then at the end you can equally still upload. Do you get the point? So uploading paperwork, giving your objective, you're going to write it in a paper. That is what it means. So, but if you solve on computer, you can solve on computer at the end, you still give you option where you can upload paperwork. In case you want to type in your objective questions or something like that. But if you want to do paperwork throughout, you can just upload paperwork. Then the system will mark and grade you. And if you copy from any internet or Chat GPT, you are gone. So let's say we're going to solve on computer. Let me just select solve on computer. Good. The exam is getting open. The system is generating the exams for maths. So the maths teacher just have a duty to go to the classroom, constantly teach the students, make sure he covers scheme of work. And that's all. Every other thing, the app will take care of it. So while we're waiting for the app to generate, this app has students area where students can play games with academic games or something like that. 2 or 3 groups, they will be together. 2 or 3 persons can be together to test themselves or their brain over one particular subject. They will select it and put in their names, and at the end, the app will generate questions for them. If they want to answer 10 questions each, the app will generate 30 questions in their topic or their selected topic, and each student is expected to answer 10 questions. And the questions will come at random. The app will call your name, you answer, call your name, you answer. So, as you can see, the exam have started. Look at it, all the time has been generated here. This is the first question. If 3 raised to the power s is equal to 3 and y raised to the power 3 raised to the power y is equal to 9, find the value of 3 raised to the power s plus 1. You just tick, you go to next, click, you go to next, click, you go to next, click, you go to next. This is 50 questions. I would have make it like 10 so that you see the marking, but no problem. So this is objective. This is objective. I'm answering the questions. Answering the questions. I'm taking up the questions, the way the student will answer the questions inside the exam hall. Yes. So the student is shading these objective questions. You will see the theory. By the time we finish with objective, you will see the theory. Now let's assume that the student did not answer the other ones. I will go to next. He did not answer some because it's not a must that you answer all of them, but it's good you answer all. So the student is shading 50 questions, 46, 47, 48 question, 49, then 50. Now this is the theory. The theory will be uploaded here. All the theories will be uploaded here. Let's assume that this student did not solve any theory. Do you get the point? Didn't solve any theory, and if the person now solve the theory in a piece of paper or in a foolscap sheet, you can just upload. When you click on this camera, when you click this place, you upload. I'm using a laptop, so if it's a phone, you just open your camera or something like that, it will open up. So here we can just upload this thing with camera and save it in the computer. If you want to upload from hard copy here, so that you now say add page. When you click on add page, you now upload. See, yes, you can just see what AI marked. The way they mark this, the marking will just look like this. Do you get the point? It will just look like this. I'm not going to upload this right now, but if you have saved the work, your hard copy work in your system, this is once you click on add page, you can now upload your results here, what you solved. Then you go to the next one, you upload. Let's assume that this student did not solve anything. I'm going to submit exam. I'm submitting here, yes. See, the app has just marked and bring out something. Look at it. See the ones that are correct. The theory 0/30, 0/00, everything here is 0 because this student did not answer anything. Look at it. Theory 0/10, 0/10, 0/10. The only place this person scored something is in objective. So look at it because we took it at random. Now, what the students scored is 25%. So that is just that about how you can just do the same thing can flow for other subjects, all the subjects. This is just mass examination. So the app can take you on a local play. This is where the competition starts. At this point, you can choose any topic. Students can be in a learning ground, in a group lesson or something like that. Choose any topic. Let's say reproduction, for instance, under biology. You can just choose reproduction. This reproduction is their focus area. They will just come here and say reproduction. Then they will now put in their names. Maybe the first person name is Peace, for instance. Then their train number. The second person is John. And then finally, the third person is Chinedu, something like that. So Chinedu will just put up. Then At this point, even if you want the CPU, the computer to join, you click on this place, computer will join. Computer will just score 80% of overall score. Yes, it is programmed to score only 80%. So computer will face some questions. Then choose your difficult levels. You can just say secondary. Then you can just say medium. Then choose number of questions. Once you do this, you select how many seconds per question, how many seconds it will take to answer one question. Let's say 30 seconds, 45 seconds, or something like that. Now, these three people will now be in a battle of testing who is going to take the first position. So if you're doing aptitude test or something like that, an interview, trying to bring in some students inside your school, you don't need to go and start looking for questions or where to get questions or something. Just come to this place, generate a question and give to the student to test whether the student can fit inside working for you or something like that, or being your student. So when you say start battle, these three people will be on the battle. These three people will be on the battle instantly. So the system is generating question for these three people, just the way it generated in CBT. You see that? After generating these questions, you're calling your names one after the other. Once it brings out your name, you answer. So this system is going to generate. Now the question has been generated and the time is
Which hormone is primarily responsible for the development of secondary sexual characteristics in males during puberty? The options are A. Estrogen, B. Testosterone.
So let's say this is the answer.
Correct. Well done.
Okay,
what is the primary characteristic of asexual reproduction?
So
the option
say A.
Wrong. Better luck next time. In the human female reproductive system, where does fertilization usually take place? Wrong. Better luck next time.
So this is how you continue, and at the end the system is going to generate
What is the difference between pollination and fertilization in plants?
So I'm going
the
to
options are A. Pollination and
cancel quiz. So that is what this local play does. Then online play, you can play online with any other student when they are not together. So far they have the internet, you just create a classroom. When you create a classroom, you send a code to your colleagues. When they click on the code, then two of you are together inside this online play. Then you can compete, then study together while you are not together. Then this is a tutorial room. In this tutorial room, choose any topic of your choice. When you choose any topic of your choice here, the app will teach you any topic step by step. You just enjoy yourself. So a lot of things are inside this app. Then for researchers, we have AI chat here. This AI chat is going to take you around every aspect of question. Any question you want to ask, just the way you use your Chat GPT. But this one is beyond Chat GPT because it combines GPT-40 and at the same time Chat GPT Plus. All the plugins are there. When you see the questions, you understand what I'm talking about. So I wouldn't like to go into details until you use your hand and you browse this place. Then you compare your result with the one you have with Chat GPT so that you are good to go. So this place, we have theory mode, just like local play. You can play locally with objective, you can play with theory and so on and so forth. So many things are involved here. This question bank is where all the questions you're asking students are being dumped for reference purposes and so on and so forth. I'm going to drop this video here. So in case you have anything or any information or whatever question, you can just call my number 08033 417 475. I repeat 08033 417 475. I'm still going to drop it in the panel of this video. So I will catch you later.